Hello. Um, I'm very unhappy. Um, the way animals are being treated in this country, even in states that have laws. Laws don't mean anything if they're not enforced. Some of you might know where I'm coming from or where I'm going to with this. But it's not just Kristi Noem. For those of you who don't know, the Republican South Dakota governor, Kristi Noem, has been one of the people possibly that Trump wants to pick if he gets to be president as his vice president. What she recently did, she has a book coming out, What a Shock. Republicans are too busy writing their books to do their jobs in Congress, or in their states that their positions are. They're just, Republicans in general in politics are too busy doing their podcasts, being on podcasts, speaking at KKK type meetings, or writing their book. Far too busy doing personal appearances. Far too busy to be working and doing their job. In fact, I just put out a little graph I found from Brian Tyler Cohen about the effectiveness of the different Congresses. And our Congress, currently, oh my God, how many bills have been out? It's like minuscule. It's disgusting because they're far too busy doing this sort of thing. Well, Kristi Noem has a book she's got coming out, and she publicly she's flexy because the point of Republicans is the cruelty. It's not just to do hateful things. It's to people and animals. It's to do hateful things the most cruelly and the most painfully way as possible. That is their goal. Their goal is to turn America into Gilead like The Handmaid's Tale. And if you have never seen that series, you ought to. A new season is coming out. And it's been years. And you really should. Because this is how the shit starts. And it's not fun. It's not fun. Okay? And it's not impossible either. So Kristi Noem has hunting dogs. And she has had a 14-month-old puppy named Cricket. And she took it on a hunting trip with 2 or 3 other dogs that are adults and, trained in hunting dogs. And I guess it was just exuberant and chasing it's a hunting dog species, breed. And it was just very, very joyful, very puppy. It's a puppy. It's an untrained puppy. And I guess she said on the way home, she was trying to stop to talk to neighbors or something. The dog got out and killed a bunch of her chickens and wouldn't listen and all this. So she decided that she would take it out behind the gravel pit and shot her in the face because she couldn't be bothered to train a dog that is a hunting breed. You couldn't be bothered to train it, so of course it doesn't know how to hunt. It just chases the birds. Okay? It doesn't know not to kill it. You, the person, the human being, is supposed to train it and teach it. And you're supposed to secure your dog so they don't get out. It's your fault. So not then she says she never liked the dog anyway. It's a 14-month-old puppy. Then they have a male goat. She never bothered getting castrated, so she shot it too, but I guess it was a glancing blow because it moved or something. So she went back to her truck, got another round, came back, and killed it because it was smelly. Well, if she'd castrated it, had it castrated like a responsible human, it wouldn't have been that smelly. And then that was several days ago. Now recently came out the other day I see is that she says, well, you know, that's life on a farm. It's hard, and that's a crock of crap. Okay, and anybody who's grown up on a farm or known people that grew up on farms knows that's a crock of crap. You don't have, your pets are not your farm animals. So she also mentions, yeah, we also shot 3 horses because they were well over 25 years old. So you just shoot them when they're too old? Okay, that's one person. That's the governor of South Dakota. Did you know, besides all the little sexual misadventures that she has in public and all her groping and all that other stuff and all her, and I'm talking about Lauren Boebert, yes. Besides all of that, besides the fact that she has an arrest record, the fact that her husband, or now ex-husband, has an arrest record, her oldest son has an arrest record, also of making a pornographic movie with an underage, with a minor. He has a child that he got a minor pregnant when he was a minor. Stellar Republican family for you. But there are a lot of stories in Boebert's book. And it's amazing. We could use her book in any crime she would be on trial for. That's how much she tells you in it. She has been illicit. She has been flaunting law. They don't care about police. They do not give a damn. They talk with their mouth and they do something else with their hands. Okay? Just so you know, Boebert also, before they were divorced in the place that they were when they were married, she shot 2 different times, 2 different neighbors' dogs because they were on her property. And then she sat and listened to the people, both times, to the neighbors calling for their dog for hours into the night, looking throughout the neighborhood for their dog, calling for it. And she did it 2 times to 2 different neighbors. She shot their dogs and didn't tell them for hours while she heard them calling and looking for them. That is the cold hearts that the Republican Party values. That's it. We've heard about the the trash stories about empty G. It's not empty G, it's empty G. Empty green. You know, they're more concerned about preserving their rights to any firearm they want than they are about our own children being murdered in school where they're to learn things. They don't care about life. They are not the pro-life party. They're the pro-birth party. Because I will tell you about that too. They don't give a damn once that child is born. Once that being is born, once it comes out of the vagina, they turn their backs. They want nothing. Well, not our problem. We got it born. We're done. We forced you to have that baby. Now you figure it out. That is their attitude. They are not the pro-life. They're pro-birth. It is not pro-choice versus pro-life. It's either pro-choice versus anti-choice, or pro-choice versus pro-birth. because they aren't for life. They kill animals, and you know what they say about like serial killers or psychopaths that have killed people or hurt or rape or damage people. They usually start with animals. If they're cold-hearted and mistreat and abuse animals like that, and they're cruel to them like that. Also, if you ever read Lauren Boebert's book, her little support, emotional support hamster she called Mountain Dew, she was very cruel to that thing. She makes it sound like he joined her in her misadventures and her illegal crime sprees. They didn't have a choice. I mean, she let it eat, nibble on pills. I mean, the woman is derelict. Just like Kristi Noem, just like Marjorie Taylor. She divorced Green, so she ain't no Green no more. They're liars. They will lie to your face. They are not pro-life. They don't care how many kids get mowed down in how many schools, how many people get mowed down and murdered at concerts, in stores, at malls, at churches, at synagogues. They don't care. As long as they have their precious high velocity, high capacity guns, that's all they care about. They don't care about life. They revel in murdering. And we just recently heard, that's coming out in the trial, that some of his top aides, Trump aides, have said that he has fantasized. When he gets very pissed off, he would rant and rave these fantasies on murdering the Democrats that were standing in his way of doing his crime or whatever. He would fantasize about how they would be murdered. And this is the one that little lady Lindsey Graham, that, little mealy-mouthed Mitch McConnell, all kowtow and kiss his little orange ass. Okay? This is who everybody's like throwing themselves at. The big, stupid, fat, orange, naked emperor who's broke, a liar, and a pervert who wants to fuck his daughter. That is the Republican Party. And they don't care about life. They don't care about humans. They don't care about animals. They don't care about you. And I know they don't care about me. But I care about you. And I care about this world. And I care about this planet and this earth and nature and the animals. And the people and the children. And the old people too. And the differently abled people. I give a damn about them. But the Republicans don't. And the more somebody is kissing his ass, like Gates and all these others, the ones who are the biggest little lickers are the biggest liars too. Gates, you all know he's trafficked with minors. Y'all know it. That is the sick party. Those are the perverts. Those are the criminals. Those are the pedophiles. Those are the psychopaths, the sociopaths. Not the Democrats. It's interesting. The Republican Party has answered true to the color chosen for their party. Blood red. Blood red Republicans. Because they lick the blood up like it's their nourishment. Literal blood as well as figurative blood. They love to hurt and cut and damage and weaken and just to watch people suffer. They find that as their amusement. It's like the gladiators. It's like Rome. That is what they enjoy, the blood sport. They enjoy watching people struggle, while they, suckle their little golden bottles. That's the cold facts. That's the hard truth. Republicans are standing standing true to the color of their party, blood red. So, yeah. So, can we talk? I really would be curious on some feedback on what I said. What do you think? I'm just very, you know damn well, the people that that hurt people always have hurt animals to start with, and it always progresses. It never stops at hurting animals. If a person, if a human being can find their way to hurting and or killing an animal of any type, enjoying it, finding pleasure in snuffing out another being's life, they don't stop at the insects. They don't stop at the cats. They don't stop at the dogs. They start going to the next species of animal, which is human. And that's a fact. So, you know, I'm just holding in a lot of mean things I'd like to say. I mean, I'm holding in so much right now that I'm getting teary because that kind of thing really, I hate it. In the core of my essence, those people, I don't understand at all. I don't understand how you find pleasure in that. But Republicans do. And I find it very, very deviant and sick and not a desirable character.